Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm really excited. I've just downloaded the Tomb Raider 20th anniversary expansion of Rise of the Tomb Raider. So I'm really excited about this one because I really love the Tomb Raider Lara Croft mansions. I think they're fantastic and I'm really excited to play this new level because they haven't done a proper Tomb Raider mansion for the reboot games yet, so this looks to be pretty awesome. So let's take a look. Now I'm hoping that my settings are going to mean that this doesn't buffer too much. When I last streamed this game it was buffering all over the place because of the rate that I have my poor computer playing the graphics at. The graphics on this game are amazing, but if it does start buffering too much, please do let me know in the comments and I can...
notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
Okay. Right, I need to remember the controls.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Okay, it's been a little while since completing this game, which was awesome, by the way.
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Doctor of Archaeology. So we just found out that Lara Croft is a doctorate in archaeology. What's here?
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So, for hardcore Tomb Raider fans, the idea that Lara's dad ended up with another woman after Amelia's death, Lara's mother, is probably a little bit hard to accept.
My parents
but
made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
But it's probably a nice thing to find that Emilia reflected so well on Richard. What's in this cupboard? There seems to be a lot to interact with.
A picture with Dad and Anna.
Yeah, Anna was the woman that Richard ended up with.
Never liked wearing dresses, but the colour was nice.
Okay, so what's over here?
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Okay, well there's nothing on this one to find.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks, a gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
There is absolutely loads to interact with.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from Mother, indifference and disinterest from Father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect, such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
So that's Emilia's journal.
Must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Okay, right, let's try and see what's in this safe.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Is there anything else we can play with in here?
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Okay, because I've completed the game, I've already found the Prophet's tomb and completed the main quest, so this is the extra levels.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
It looks like Richard Croft has written quite a chunky book. And it's the second edition. Okay, well, Croft Manor looks quite big. You don't seem to have any weapons or anything.
The door to the library.
Okay, well, Croft Manor looks a little bit derelict. Hey, Griffin
Locked.
Mojo!
There's got to be another way through.
How are you today, my dear? Okay, so library door is locked. I know I seem to be just running around in a bit of a circle at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Ooh, okay, so right, well, the eye, let's try and figure this out. We've got little skeletons here, so I'm guessing that's dangerous. I'm guessing this up here is Richard Croft's office that we've just been in. So it looks like it's like the second or third door down, and then we can come out through the garden into the hedge maze. So we will put this. I'm alright, thanks. I'm really excited to get this game. If I haven't said that already.
The Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these.
I want to interact
Dad
with
became
it.
interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Yeah, I haven't been streaming much because I've been quite poorly recently. But I'm starting to feel better. I'm guessing if we push this.
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Okay, so we need to find some sort of flashlight.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Oh, that's just heartbreaking. It's hard to imagine the life Lara Croft must have had growing up without her mum and then eventually her dad.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Okay, Atlas de Mornay, Lara's uncle on her mother's side, sounds like a right arse. Don't like him. If we get the opportunity, I suggest we shoot him in the face.
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid.
Wow.
This will be one of the first things to fix.
Yeah, I should say so. Don't spend too much money on it though, Lara, because in 20 years' time it's going to get put on fire by a doppelganger. I love the fact you can read the notices on the walls. Okay, which way do we want to go? Let's head down this way. Oh, this is awesome. Ooh, tea cabinet. Let's look in the tea cabinet.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Okay, why was Richard Croft so obsessed with immortality? Or is it just because his wife disappeared? Wow, there is a lot of stuff crammed into this hall, Lara. This whole place is going to wreck and ruin.
This belongs to Anna.
Hey,
Most of her
Tadenza!
belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
Examining for hidden information.
Someone has a sense of humor.
What's that? Stop smoking, love R. I'm guessing that's from Richard. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks to Danza. I was just saying I haven't been streaming much lately because my health hasn't been good, but I'm slowly on the mend, so hopefully we'll be streaming more. Oh, crumpets, you're making me hungry. Okay, we need a master key.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just
Hey,
stay
Dante!
Dad was
Hello!
always so protective of the West Wing.
Right, well, let's break in then. Ah, damn it.
Locked. Need a key to open this.
Right, well, so far I've found a bunch of documents and a bunch of places I can go but can't get into. Let's jump over the banister. Darren! Darren K. Right. This is pretty cool, I'm sorry. I know I'm looking around obsessively, but I just think this is awesome. Love this game. That doesn't look safe, Lara. Watch your step.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Okay, well that's an ancestor. Alright. Lara seems a little bit close and I can't remember how to like set her back at all. Display. Nope. Not on here. Oh, we'll carry on playing. Oh wait, keyboard and mouse. Yeah, we should be good. Onwards, Lara. Alright. Oh, this is so much fun. I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm like a little kid in school right now.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
I'm loving this. Ooh, I've just had a host. Thank you very much, Creepy Mojo, for the host. It's taken a little while to pop up on my screen. Right. Let's read more diaries.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
Amelia sounds like such an interesting woman. It's really quite interesting to get this glimpse of Lara's parents, because Lara as a character has really evolved over the years, and I mean, it's really strange for someone like me to think that this Tomb Raider franchise is 20 years old now, because I was 6 years old when it came out, and it's just like, over the years, this whole entire character of Lara Croft has evolved, and now we're finally getting to see a bit more of her childhood.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Yeah, well, Uncle Atlas, you sound like a douche. So we're going to pay no attention to you, and we're going to find proof that we get to keep this manor. Right, these are going to be the psychologist details.
Hey Jonah, sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for. I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Okay, so as well as this level, we've got some zombies to kill, but I want to get familiar with the manor first.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Ooh, flashlight, that's what we want. Okay, cool, we've got the flashlight. Alright. How do we equip the flashlight? Flashlight. The flashlight turns on automatically.
Now.
Fantastic. Okay, we get to go exploring dangerous traps and pitfalls. I don't think there's any way left to go in here. We've I think we found everything we can in here. Right, let's go back. Servant's passage. Okay, oh, there's some documents here. Let's see what these are.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
The Crofts and the de Mornays were really rubbish at filing. I mean, seriously, haven't they put a single letter in a cabinet? So it's like everything's really conveniently left out for Lara to find. And everything's legible. Whoa! That made me jump.
Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
Alright, what's in here? Ooh, more spooky stuff. Okay. There's a door. Let's see what this is first.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
Okay. Trying to piece all of this together. I'm not quite sure where it's gonna
I'm not
lead
surprised
to.
he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Right. Let us try this door first. Let's see if we can get through here. No. Yet another door that we cannot open without this master key. The graphics on this game are fantastic. I love it. I did play around with the texture settings, so as soon as it starts buffering, do tell me. She seems to be okay walking through everywhere at the moment, but it's just amazing. No, seriously, considering how far this has all come. Whoa, that's a big ass rat. Considering how far this has all come since 1996.
I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Okay, we've had a lot of letters and journals so far. It's just been like a constant narrative. But I really hate this guy. Stop sticking your bloody nose into other people's business, Atlas. You... Oh. I can understand why Lara hates him.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
There. This is gonna be so much fun when there's zombies running around. This is creepy as hell. Ooh, let's move this. Move this way. Okay. Alright. Let go now, Lara. Lara, let go. Nope, I said let go. Can't remember how to make Lara let go. Ah. Alright, we'll go down there in a minute. More paper to find.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
That is awesome. They put locking Winston in the freezer in this game. That is amazing.
Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
That is awesome. And I like the added interest of the father-guardian relationship between her and Winston. That's pretty
King
cool.
to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by
Cockroaches.
now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that.
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Need some more gear. Okay, I know this game hasn't had a lot of action yet, and I am going to make up for it with
I would
zombies.
play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
Old butler? I hope he's still butler. I could hear ticking.
I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
There's so much stuff to read!
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
Is the game play blurry for the PSX game on the Vita, like the motion blur? Well, I'm playing this on PC. I've seen it played on PS, but I've not seen it play on PS Vita. Okay, I'm starting to think maybe they've put a little bit too many documents about.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Oh, Winston's such a nice chap. Okay, can we move this? Right, why can't I move that? Go around this side.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Here we go.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
Okay, which way do we go? I want to go up here. This looks like fun. And there's a fair bit of building work going on under Croft Manor. What's this? Pick it up, Lara.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Hey Andrew! Welcome to the stream! We're playing the 20th anniversary expansion. Exploring Croft Manor at the moment. Right, I think I want to see what's down here.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
That was awesome. Things are okay, thanks, Andrew. I was saying earlier that I haven't been streaming much lately because my health's been in decline, but I'm slowly getting better, so it's all on the up and up. Nothing a little 20th anniversary Tomb Raider can't fix. How are you? Well, that looks like a trap.
Water damage from the main hall above.
God, could you imagine if this place was still in mint condition? It'd be like the best place for a kid to grow up and play Adventure Time. Use the servant's secret passageway to reach the library. Okay, well I don't want to just go running about, because on that map Lara did have a...
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your cousin Andrew. I'll talk to you more about it off stream. But you know I'm here for you anyway, so. You're still in Syria. climb up here and see what we can find. More schematics.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
Interesting.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her.
Oh, thank you for the
If I
host.
have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Yay! You go, Richard Croft. Another sliding door. What's in here?
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Ah, I'm in love. So many books. So many books.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Oh, that's interesting. So we're looking for a vellum map, possibly a blank or appearingly blank piece of vellum, and then we need to find a heat source for it.
Needs something to light this.
There's a teddy bear. I want the teddy bear. Give me the teddy bear. I want the teddy bear.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Why are there chicks next to it? That's just so cute. I hope they got
Spent
real
so
kids
many
to do
hours in
these.
here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I want the dragon. Okay, that's one mouldy old cup of coffee.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Ooh, this is interesting. Lara's expedition treasure. Let's write this down. Okay, so Lara's expedition treasure. Because we need this to get into the vault. My favourite painting of Amelia's. And the day of our wedding anniversary. Okay, so this document actually seems to be quite important, so let's
Okay,
see if we can
got to
find some
find
things.
those objects to figure out the combination to the safe.
Well, you should
There's
already
something
know
else
one of
here.
them. Something else here.
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it though.
BC.
The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Your grandfather's name was Richard Croft as well, though. Okay, so we have a letter.
Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
Awesome. And very pretty.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Cool.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Okay, well, so far we've found out that Amelia's brother Atlas is a douche, Lara was a pain in the ass child, and Richard and Amelia seem to really love each other.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Intriguing. Okay, give me a minute here, guys, because I can read a certain extent of hieroglyphs, so I just want to see if I can see anything in this. Okay, I think this is going to help us with Lara's treasure, expedition treasure.
Now,
That's very interesting.
I see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs. Way back. Those were good times. The best times.
Okay, we're going to go up to the second tier of the library in just a second. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything first. Okay, with another compass here. This is interesting. Research tier and Greco-Romano coins. Wait, what was that? The rest of a ladder. Ah, we can push the ladder. Okay, so that's good. I'm in love with this library.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
It's Tomb Raider 2 music! That's so awesome! Okay, we have to listen to music. Ah, this made my day. They put the Tomb Raider 2 music in it.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Right, up you climb, Lara.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Additions? 1820. This whole building looks like it's 1820. Whoops. I love the fact they Easter egged they've Easter egged the fridge into it. They've Easter egged the Tomb Raider 2 music into it.
Took quite the tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Ooh, hey Manhood, I too plan on buying this on PS4 when price gets more reasonable and not 130 bucks, probably around Christmas. Well, I already had the game, so today I spent $6.99 and treated myself to the expansion. No, go down, Lara. Thank you. Thank you. I love the Easter eggs. Is anyone else in love with this game? This is just awesome. I'm seriously so excited. I probably shouldn't be streaming this my first playthrough, but it is just so exciting. I'm so happy right now.
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Ooh. This is the expedition map. Manhood, I thoroughly recommend this game. It's awesome.
Map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
Right, does this door open? Yep.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
As someone who's extremely familiar with Tomb Raider, I like being referred to as like some sort of unofficial Tomb Raider expert. I'm happy with this title. This game is awesome. I finished the actual game itself, and I've been waiting for the expansion to come out. I bought the expansion today, and we're on the first half of the expansion, the Blood Ties. Which was the bit I've been most excited to play, and then we're going to play some zombies and shoot some zombies up. I still need to get the Soviet Union expansion as well. Right, let's see if we can use the spire.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Trunk near the bookcase. So that's the desk, that's the fire. This bit here must be where yeah, this is the expansion, the 20th anniversary expansion. Push!
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Awesome. Right. Okay. Just to catch everyone up on speed, I've played the full game. I've played the Baba Yaga level.
This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
I played the Baba Yaga expansion. I haven't played the Soviet Union Research expansion. I'm not sure if I got that with this or not, but I will probably get that at some point. The Baba Yaga expansion is really worth it. Otherwise you just buy like the whole full game and the season pass and you get all the extra levels as well, but I've been buying the extra levels to play as and when. Oh, it doesn't even run at 10 fraps. Oh bless. Yeah, I made sure my computer could do this. Alright, let's see if we can open this door now. Aha, the master key works.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Okay, Alistair and master bedroom.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Winston just is lovely. Okay, so there's another door here. Let's... Sorry, Baldwin, what are you saying? They're selling this thing on the PS Store. Wild Pack add-ons with 5 expedition cards, each of which are highly unique impacts on the game. What does that mean? The expedition cards will like give you different equipment and stuff, I think. I haven't explored that myself yet, because I wanted to reach the end of the game as it was. But if you play something like... Oh, we're in the main hall. If you play something like the Baba Yaga level, you get a certain weapon, which is really handy at the end of the game. Right. At least we don't have to go all the way back 3 places. Well, this looks like more servants. Yeah, that's the servants' entrance. Search the library for a remaining combination of clues. Ooh.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Where's Reginald's helmet? Can't remember how to activate Lara's instincts. Ah, here we go.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Jaffa Cakes next to William Blake. Haha! Still don't know if this Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th and all the previously released expansions and such. Description says nothing. Yeah, I don't know if it included the Soviet Union. I'm gonna have to go back into the main game and see if it did. I think it just includes these 2 levels, to be honest. Which you get 2 levels for the price of 1, whereas like when you bought Baba Yaga when that was released and the Soviet Union, or I haven't got the Soviet Union yet, but when I do, I'll have to pay the same price that I've paid for the expansion. Hello! Welcome to the stream! Oh wait, it says it does include blood ties and the co-op thing. I think the co-op thing is to do with the zombies. Now, see if we can get into this thing now.
The
Ta-da!
Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
Okay, so we've got the 2 checks. Let's oh, I want tab. Documents. I want documents. And I want... Wow, there is a lot of documents to find. Accounts original. Invisible ink. I want the map.
For God's sake, memorize the combat.
No, not that one.
This is
That's
the
the
map.
first expedition map.
I can see the
That
map.
one.
Looks
No,
like the key
wrong
is...
one.
This is my hand. Blank. One of the wire traps Winston made for my...
Thanks for coming out, Manhood. Trying to find this hieroglyph worksheet.
I remember this now. Each
Okay, so it's
district
5.
in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number.
Okay, District
I always
5.
preferred these symbols to the actual number.
Okay, so we've got our first clue for the lock on to get the will.
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Okay, so we're trying to basically get into this safe, so... Let's search up and about.
Worse than I thought.
Well, this place has some serious damage wire.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Oh, poor Winston. And poor Richard. Lose his wife and then... Okay. I'm guessing this is master bedroom.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Another 4 days till my birthday, so I'm guessing if we can find a birthday card or something with a postage stamp telling us when Amelia's birthday is, we just count 4 days after that and there we have their wedding anniversary.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Okay, well, Richard
At
seems
least
to
that old
think...
thing still works.
Richard seems to think that we're going to find a lot of answers in the West Wing.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favours a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Ooh, it's a ring.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Okay, is there going to be a date on here?
The inscription is faded.
Always yours, I think that says. Oops. Jumping up and down in the bed, Lara.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Haha! October
October
13th.
13th, Mum's birthday.
So they got married on the 9th of October. Cool.
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded.
October 9th.
The anniversary was in October, but which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
Okay, let us.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents.
Pocket watch.
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Oh, it's got the crest on it. Make sure we're not missing anything important. Right, well I think we've got all the clues in here. Let's go this way. Whoa!
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Seems Winston seems to have a very strong influence over Lord Croft.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure. You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red, okay. So,
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
4. So I'm guessing the combination is 5, 4, 9.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small. This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
Aww. This game's starting to make me feel sad.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Okay, well I think that's everything for in here. Yeah. Okay, let's head
I'm glad I
back.
still have so much of Mum's work.
Well, before I head over that way, let's see if there's any more doors or anything we can find. No.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad.
Okay, 5, 4, 9.
That worked.
Yes!
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept it safe.
Okay, Lara's handprint.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Next one.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
Not a blank page. Where's the nearest
Must have
fire?
left this for me. It has to be important.
Right, we need a fireplace. This is gonna hurt.
A hidden message.
Okay, so where is this?
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Ooh, it's hieroglyphics. Okay, little chick. Right, what's this? Okay, so this looks to be the chess table. Okay, this is down in the servants' quarters, and there's something to move there. So let's head down there. Okay, servants' quarters. Servants' passageways. Okay, so this is the chess table. And then it's here somewhere. Aha. A keypad. Okay. We need that where is it? The artifact of Lara's hieroglyphic worksheet.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
4, 2. One, 4, 2.
That worked.
What did it do? What did it do? What just opened? Oh, cool. This is somewhat scary.
Damn, locked in.
Ah, I switch.
Did this open the secret door from the inside? Hope I'm not trapped in here. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Cool. Secret vault.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor. There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor? Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
There's another one. Another Tomb Raider 2 reference.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
It's interesting that this story is taking that Amelia died in the plane crash, but Lara wasn't a part of it. It's
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere.
interesting that they changed that story around.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here. Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
Aw. Okay, let's head back this way. So I think there's potentially some stuff we've missed. Now that we've got the crowbar, see if we can get into this one. Okay, nothing in that one.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
It's nice that Lara had Winston. Right, let's head back upstairs and see if we can find any more places to open things. Well, we need to find the Knight's Head. How did I get into this room? Let's go back this way. Croft Manor is a little bit confusing. Trying to find things that we can work with the crowbar.
The Croft family crest.
try in here. Nothing in this room. So try back through this way. Okay, so there's nothing in here. That crowbar said it'd give us access to other parts of Croft Manor. And at the moment I'm not really finding much.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be borrowing your sword this time. Well, I'm not sure which way to go. Okay, well I have a few theories. How do I get Lara? Okay, one is to do with this statue and his missing head. And then the next is to do with the compass on Croft Manor's floor here. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Past is to the north. The north is this way. Aha!
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I think we need to go find Lara's mother.
I expected a sort of crushing
Karen.
finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing
Thanks
these
for
may
hosting,
only
Karen.
ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
Aww.
What's this? A letter.
Additional relics have become available in Croft Manor. 2 days later.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Okay, there's new relics here now. Alright, let's check out the map. Okay, so we've got 50 out of 54 relics, and we need one more document. So we'll spend 5 minutes having a quick look round, see if we can find relics. And then we'll go on and fight some zombies. Let's look in here because we didn't get to really finish exploring this area. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. So let's start in the study and work our way back. Looks like Lara's got a lot of work to do to make this place livable again. Ooh, guns.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Okay, so we found Lara's pistols. Ooh. Here's a katana.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamato.
And what's this one?
The Atlas. Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
Cool. Okay. Well, that was really easy to find, those last few bits. I'm missing one document, but I'm fairly happy with how we've done. So let's exit the main menu. Okay, before we do this, expeditions. Okay, right, let's play the Croft Manor stuff. And maybe next time we'll have a look at other things. Okay, bullet holes. Execute 10 enemies with headshots using a pistol. Into darkness, kill 10 enemies with melee finishes, kill streaks, thunderball, and untouchable, completely level without taking any damage. Defeat challenges to earn extra credits. Okay, so that's fair enough. So how do I play this then? Continue. Here we go. I just want to play. This is with the Skulls of Rage final. Summon the final boss. Search next to lit candles to find additional weapons. Ammunition is scarce. Search fallen enemies whenever possible. Destroy the Skulls of Rage to summon the final boss. Okay, it's just repeating itself now.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter. But so be it. I will never allow you to make this manor your home again. If you stay, you will perish like your pathetic father. Like my poor, ruined sister.
I will grind the Croft name to dust and leave it utterly destroyed, forgotten for all time. It is too late for you now.
Come on, wake up, Lara. None of this is happening.
Interesting. Ah, crud. Do I not have any weapons? This is some spooky stuff. I'm actually just a wee bit. I don't want to go through here. I gotta get the ladder first. Whoa!
You will awaken my rage, child.
Ah! Crud! Ah! Reload! Damn it, hell, I'm out of ammo. Loot! Crap. This just got interesting!
Come on, wake up, Lara. None of this is happening.
This is spooky. I know I'm not talking right now, but I'm just like so wired. This is really intense.
A key. I need a key.
I really don't want to go down here. This is like super freaky. Run. I'm just pegging it. This music is freaking me the hell out. Just run, just run, just run, just run. Shit. Okay, need more ammo, need more ammo. Seriously, need more ammo. Reload. Okay, upstairs, upstairs, upstairs.
A key. I need a key.
Ah!
A key. I need a key.
Ah! Pick up.
You will awaken my rage, child.
This is creepy as crap. Ooh, M65, M65. Mine. Where are you? Where are you? Pick up the damn gun. More ammo, more ammo. Haha! This thing's awesome. Shoot, shoot, shoot! This thing is too slow. Shit! Alright, I want this one. No, that's it, I'm dead. Okay, this is good fun, but I'm gonna stop it there for today.
This is a nightmare.
Thank you all very much for watching.
Can't be real.
This is just awesome. We will try this as a challenge for another day. Thanks everyone for watching.